jumping around, looking like he's 100%. Of course, Luke Castens wearing number 34. Of course, off the bench, just into that starting lineup here in the last couple games, wearing number 20, Ryan McCreary. McCreary showing in the CCIW, you cannot leave him open on the outside. And then, of course, Todd Wente, another one here at the Shirk Center that this crowd is absolutely glad to see he is feeling better with that ankle. Laban Cross checking in. Of course, Laban Cross wearing number 24. Cross checks in, averaging right now at about 12 points per ball game. And finally, the senior captain wearing number 22. He is Adam Osborne. Osborne, being the senior, being the captain, it really is imperative for him, Corey Kuhn, to step up and tell this squad that they've really got to win this ball game tonight and get ready for the conference that's coming up.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach and Adam Osborne had long talk with everybody before the game, and they realize the importance of this game. All of them do, and I expect to see a very aggressive and pumped up team tonight out of Illinois Wesleyan.
Well, you know, I kind of talked to you privately off camera, and I asked you what you thought was going to happen tonight, and you just kind of looked at me, didn't say a whole lot. You smiled. You said, this is going to be a tough one. This Titan team knows that, especially just coming off that 2-point loss. This one really is going to be a tough one. It's going to be important for them to establish their presence early on in this game.
This isn't going to be an easy game. You know, Augustana is kind of a relatively young team, but they're a good team. Drew Carstens is the leading scorer as a freshman. They beat a Division I team, Western Illinois, and as the game gets underway, this is going to be an easy game. Illinois West needs to come out strong.
It was Clemens and Castens jumping center. Right now, the Vikings control. We are just underway from the Shirk Center. The shot put up by Talbot, Adam Talbot. And Talbot getting on the scoreboard early on in this one, giving Augustana an early 2-point lead, 2-0, as the Titans come down on offense for the first time in this CCIW home conference schedule. McCreary looking down low. Is that going to be their first option on offense tonight as Wente with his shot, a nice little turnaround? Are they going to want to look offensively down low quickly on every play?
You know, they have a size advantage, Illinois Wesleyan does, over Augustana, and Augustana is going to really get out after them. So the guards are going to have to look, take the ball to the basket and get the ball inside of the big guys. So that'll be an option all night.
Drew Carstens in the lane. Of course, the shot put up, nothing there. The ball finally hauled in by Osborne. Quickly up the floor, McCreary stopped, blocked from behind, gets it to Wente. Wente was swatted from behind, looked like it was a clean block. All ball from here. Nonetheless, Augustana quickly up the floor, all tied up at 2. Inside. And this time it's Clements that turns the ball over for Augustana.
Nice hands there by Todd Wente to get a hand on the ball and the steal.
Todd Wente up top. Castens jockeying for position down low on the post. Now flashes up. And stepping into the passing lane was Zach Larson. Larson to the other side to Clements, and it's 2 for Clements. Sean Clements gets his first 2 points, and quickly
nice.
up the floor, Wente. A great read by the Titans, and Todd Wente hustling back.
Yeah, you can get some easy buckets even when the other team makes a basket. If you look up the floor like that, Todd does a good job of getting up ahead of the guys. But
all tied up at 4. Right now, the Vikings with the ball on offense. CCIW action from the Shirk Center. The outside shot put up by Mike Nee. They are going to have to keep an eye on Mike Nee all night, averaging 16 points per ball game.
Yeah, he's a good player this year, and you know, Augustana really looks like they're going to be patient on offense, work the ball around, and look for that good shot.
Mike Nee can hurt you from the outside. They are going to have to get out on him defensively. More importantly, right now, the Titans on offense. Osborne, and Osborne, I think, was fouled. Picking up the first foul is going to be Mike Nee.
Augustana fouls on Mike Nee, his first, and the team's first.
I'll tell you what, after we watch the Titans on this offensive series, we will check in with Craig Fada for our very first sideline report. Osborne down low to Castens. Boy, I'll tell you what, the Vikings doing a great job of defending of Luke Castens so far in this ball
That wasn't a bad pass there by Adam Osborne. Luke needs to try to grab that ball with 2 hands instead of just 1 hand. He probably would have had that for an easy bucket.
Let's go ahead and check in with Craig Fada down on the floor. Craig, what's going on, buddy? Go ahead, Craig.
Jim Ahart, Corey Kuhn, notes from down on the floor early on. Coach Denny Bridges is concerned about number 20, Drew Karstens, for Augustana. He's a freshman, and Denny Bridges says he can just flat out shoot the ball. They need to stay in his face all night. I talked to Todd Wenny just before the game. He says he's feeling pretty good. He says it's going to be a pleasant change to be able to get up on a jump shot and be able to be active out there on the floor. And you can see he's already gotten all 4 points for Illinois Wesleyan so far. And the other thing is, Coach David Steinbrook, I remarked to him as he was walking past me, I said, boy, Coach Bridges sure seems to have his game face on early. And he says, yeah, Coach wants this one bad. Back up to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Craig. Zach Larson with the two-pointer at the other end of the floor right now. Luke Caston with the shot. It did not go in, but Luke was fouled, and he will head to the line right now. And right now, Luke Caston doing a great job at the free throw line at about 73%.
Yeah, he is. Luke's doing a good job getting to the line, too, shooting quite a few free throws. And Illinois Westerns have a little trouble with their passing so far. A lot of balls getting tipped on offense. They need to be careful. Augustana is very aggressive on defense, so they're going to have a lot of turnovers if they're not more careful.
Well, you know, Coach David Steinbrook did say that in that interview with Craig Fada. He says they're going to come out and they're going to be tough defensively, and so far Augustana has lived up to that billing. The shot by Wenny was off, and Augustana right now controls. They also have the lead by 4. It is 9-5. The shot put up by Talbot misses everything. With the rebound there was Sean Clements, and now the Vikings will set it back up on offense. Driving to the lane, Zach Larson, and Larson draws the foul. I believe they're going to give that one to Todd Wenty. Yeah, Todd's going to pick up his first foul of the evening.
Augustana is being real aggressive, taking ball to the basket. Illinois Weston needs to be careful picking up some cheap fouls here at the early going.
Inside, good defense by the Titans, in particular Laban Cross, quickly up the floor. Adam Osborne, he almost loses it. Mismatch, McCreary left wide open for 3, boom, there it is, Ryan McCreary. And I'll tell you, Ryan McCreary has shown in the last few games, in particular from forward on, he can shoot it from behind that three-point line.
And they need Ryan to shoot that from the three-point line. Augustana is going to be all over Adam Osborne and Luke Caston defensively, and need some guys like Ryan McCreary to step up and make those shots as Ryan reaches in there and gets a foul.
Sean Clements going to go to the line, and as Corey just mentioned, McCreary picking up his first foul of the ball game. Very important for these Titans, especially on defense, to play controlled. You don't want to see your key players get into foul trouble, Corey.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, that's being said, Illinois West needs to be aggressive. That's part of their problem the other night in their loss against Elmhurst was their defense. You know, Elmhurst team scored 89 points and, you know, didn't miss a shot in the last 13 minutes. And, you know, some of that probably is because they were hot, but, you know, you need to step up your defense and get after them.
Brett Wills checks into the ball game for Augustana. The second shot by Clements is good, and that makes it 10-8 in favor of Augustana. Sean Clements, number 40, sits down, checking in number 52, Adam Rue. Rue checks in as a sophomore, averaging about 4 points per ball game. Some full court pressure being applied by the Vikings, but the Titans break it. Laban Cross for 3. Laban couldn't get that one to go.
And Laban kind of forced that a little bit. The guy was coming up behind him, forced him to change his shot. Have a shot at the other end.
The shot put up. A second chance opportunity for the Vikings. That one missed by knee. Boy, every ball is being battled for down here. It's going to remain Viking basketball, much to the chagrin of the crowd here at the Shirk Center.
The Titans really need to get a body on the Augustana. They're going to crash the boards even though they have a size disadvantage. And if you don't box out, these guys are going to get a lot of offensive rebounds.
Boy, they're pesky, aren't they?
They are. They, you know, trust me, playing against these guys under Coach Giovanni, they're just aggressive, hands all over the place all the time.
They're kind of like their coach because Greg Giovanni has been known to move quite frequently up and down that sideline.
Yeah, his hands are all over the referees.
You know that too, don't you? It's turned over by the Vikings. Here comes Seth Hubbard, also Eric Starkey checking into the ball game, number 10 and number 50. You know, you want to talk about some great play off the bench. Let's talk a little bit about Seth Hubbard, the sophomore, averaging close to double figures. They're saying a 9.8 is what he's averaging. Let's call it a 10. Nonetheless, the play of Seth Hubbard has been fantastic for a sophomore.
Yeah, and they need guys like Seth to come off the bench and put in some points for Illinois Weston. There you go. You have Eric Starkey hits a three-point bucket. Illinois Weston takes 11-10 lead, but Augustana comes down real quick for another shot. Brent Wills misses.
Brent Wills misses everything. Starkey is there for the rebound. Here come the Titans quickly up the floor. McCreary, nice little spin move, stop, pop, shoot. Oh my goodness, Ryan McCreary is feeling the stroke. He is hot.
That's a nice shot and go. Look at Coach Giovanni. Comes way out on the floor to yell at number 34, Brad Novak, and he's not real happy with him. But, you know, right there is an example of how much more aggressive Brian McCreary is being this year, and he's doing a great job of that. Illinois Wesleyan needs him to do that every time, not every time down the floor, but, you know, in certain situations like that.
Well, you know, don't take the play away from John Camardella, of course. Camardella coming off the bench as well, playing well. You know, Coach Bridges made a pure reference about this before the season started. He didn't know really who the starting five could be. He says, I've got 10 guys out there that all could easily be starters. He still probably has that kind of talent out there right now, whereas things have pretty much now molded and gelled together, but still he has that option of having a Camardella, a Seth Hubbard, a Starkey, a Salagi still coming off the bench. What a great arsenal.
Well, yeah, you know, all those guys could probably be starters, but, you know, I like when Ryan McCreary's starting, and Camardella really brings a spark off the bench as far as that position is concerned. So, you know, I like what Coach Bridges is doing, and hopefully both of them continue to be aggressive and help out the Titans.
Well, you know, regardless, sometimes coming off the bench, you have a better sense of the game, just from a perspective-wise. But John Camardella, regardless if he starts or comes off the bench, going to give you everything. The shot put up by number 34. That is Novak. Brad Novak, number 34. And now the Titans with the 1-point lead, 13-12 again. They get the ball to McCreary. Off the glass, Ryan McCreary.
Yeah, there's the arsenal that Ryan McCreary gives it. He can hit it from the outside, and he can post you up, and he's big enough, you know, 6'5", 215-pound guard. He can post up all those other guards and get some easy shots.
And he's got some great leaping ability as well, as we have seen here this evening. Quick hands defensively by Todd Wente. Nonetheless, the ball goes out of bounds. The Vikings retain possession. Down by 3, stolen away by Wente, all by himself. Off the glass, and Todd Wente.
Great job, Todd Wente. I mean, his hands are always active on defense, and, you know, it's great to see Illinois Wesleyan get some early steals here because their defense needs to step up. Look at him, just all over the place, ready to double team anywhere.
Unofficially 6 points for Todd Wente, but nonetheless, Todd defensively also doing a great job. The Vikings now down by 5 with the ball, driving in the lane and lowering his shoulders.
Actually got him for the traveling call instead of the charge. Probably could have taken his pick there, the referee.
Talking about John Camardella, he does check in for Ryan McCreary. Camardella wearing number 40. The 6'4" sophomore is averaging about 7 points per ball game. He just gives an extra element for the Titans when he's out on the floor. So you've got Wente with the shot. Right now, Todd's shot up and out, and the rebound hauled in by Adam Rue. And here come the Vikings with 13-10 left in the first half. Starkey comes up with it. Starkey and the Titans quickly up the floor. Osborne, stop, pop, fire. Camardella there for the rebound, and that's what John will give you.
He's never going to let up on the offensive rebound.
No doubt about it. Boy,
he'll go up and get it, too. Todd Wente there gets probably a not very smart foul. I believe that's his second one.
It is. That is his second one, Corey, and now checking into the ball game will be Chris Salagi.
Chris Salagi for the Titans replacing Adam.
Here comes Mike Rogers, I'm sure, to replace Todd Wente after getting the second foul.
Mike Rogers for the Titans.
You know, Jim, early on, Illinois Wesleyan up 17-12. The thing I like so far is the defensive intensity Illinois Wesleyan had. They had several steals, and I think that's probably the one thing that hurt them the other day. And it wasn't their offense. They were able to score some points, but I'm sure Coach Bridges is focusing on defense tonight.
Let me tell you something. The other day was just a matter, too. You know as well as I do, sometimes opponents just get hot. That was one of those games where the opponent just got hot, in particular in the second half.
Yeah, definitely.
17-12, 12:40 left in the first half. Jim Ahart, Corey Coon, Craig Fada, Marcy Hogan reporting from the sidelines. Of course, a whole host of others. There is a foul.
Seth Hubbard, I believe, got a call away from the ball and I guess ran through that screen too hard.
Seth Hubbard picking up his first foul of the ball game. The shot put up.
That was nice defense from behind. Eric Starkey to come over and get the block shot on Carstens. I don't believe he's scored yet tonight. That might have been the first shot.
I don't have him for any points, and Carstens is one of their big guns. Corey, he came into this ball game averaging 16 points per ball game so far in the first half. The Titans have had his number defensively.
Yeah, and hopefully the Titans can keep that up because he's a good scorer for Augustana.
Camardella, Rogers, Salagi, Starkey, and Hubbard, the 5 on the floor for Coach Denny Bridges and the Titans. They have a 5-point lead in the first half from the Shirk Center. CCIW action at its finest. Starkey looking down low. It's Rogers on the baseline. Rogers shot up and in. Mike Rogers for two. Great patience by the Titans, and quickly up the floor come the Vikings. Nice little move by Zach Larson.
Good board by Mike Rogers, and it's good to see him bring a spark off the bench for Illinois Wesleyan.
22 going to be called for the foul, Jim Thomas. So Jim Thomas picking up his first foul of the ball game. Sean Clements checks back into the ball game. Sean, number 40, another one of those freshmen for Coach Gray Giovanni. Cam Ardella. Now to Salagi. Starkey on the baseline. Starkey with a nice shot, partially blocked, but Hubbard's there for the garbage. Seth Hubbard with his first two.
Yeah, Seth has a knack of being in the right place at the right time, and that's a perfect example of it right there.
Well, of course, having a big 6'7" frame sometimes helps as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that, but I imagine.
You're right. It does help, trust me. 21-12, the Titans right now in the driver's seat in the first half. A nice little shot put up by Brian Burt. And Burt couldn't get that one to go, and the Titans back on offense. 11:15 left in the first half. Salagi to Rogers. Rogers looking down low. Hubbard working on some position out there on the post. Cam Ardella now to Starkey. Starkey drives, baseline, nothing there. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. A nice move by Salagi. Chris Salagi, a nice spinning move in the lane.
Great move. He had a big guy guard him there, came out on the floor and was able to get around him for the easy layup.
Right now, the Vikings and Zach Larson going down low. They have done a great job so far on these Vikings in the first half. And the crowd here at the Shirk Center appreciates the great play so far of the Titans.
You know what I'd like to see right now, Jim, is Illinois Wesleyan just blow these guys away.
I hear you. I'm with you on that one. We finally agree on something.
I'm going to tell you how I feel, Jim.
Great defense, and the Titans come up with it. 23-12, an 11-point lead right now for the Titans.
You know, this is the type of scrappy team that you don't want to let them hang
Hubbard.
around. Nice
job. Nice read by Mike Rogers on that one.
Nice high-low pass from Mike Rogers to set Hubbard down low, and Illinois Wesleyan has an early 13-point lead, 25-12.
Listen to this crowd. It is a full timeout.
And Jim, we have a great
Let's
crowd.
Let's go ahead
and
go to break. But I'll tell you what, it is 25-12. You are watching college basketball right here on AT&T Sports. Wesleyan, right now, the Titans in the driver's seat, an offensive foul. I believe they're going to give that one to Sean Clements.
I think illegal screen on Mike Nee.
You're right, it is. That's his second.
And that's not what Coach Giovanni wanted coming out of that timeout.
Well, I'll tell you what, 12 points under 10 minutes left in the first half, I can guarantee you is not what Coach Giovanni wants from these Vikings. But I'm telling you what, right now the Titans are controlling this one in the first half, just at about 9:45 left.
Now, you can tell on the Titans' faces that they knew that this was a huge game. They knew what they're going to have to do to come out and win this game, and they're bound and determined to do it.
Seth Hubbard spotted John Camardella on the inside. You know, I'll tell you what, it just seems like so far that these Vikings defensively have to be or have been where they have to be so far in this first half.
Yeah, they have, and Illinois Wesleyan's done a good job of realizing that and finding the open man and working the ball around, being patient.
That's right, and that is a key. Great point there, Corey. That one tipped by Larson. And Rogers doing a great job of blocking out Larson.
Yeah.
What, was Mike afraid that he couldn't catch up to that one? What do you think?
I don't know, that almost could have been called a foul there, Jim. He just kind of ran right through him.
And again, 1-2-1-1, full court pressure being applied by the Vikings. And they come up with the steal. And Mike Rogers, I think out of frustration, picks up that foul.
Yeah, the worst thing that Coach Bridges wants the guy to do is get that ball in the trap and just throw it right away to someone else that's not really open yet. They need to wait for those guys to cut and find an open spot before they pass.
Zach Larson at the line. Zach Larson for the Vikings. His shot rims in and out, and Starkey comes up with a rebound. Salagi on the far side open. They get the ball to him, drives baseline. Salagi with the double team. Might have been partially blocked. Clemens comes up with the loose ball, and here comes Augustana. Looks like whatever Giovanni said to them in the timeout must have worked, because these Vikings have been fired up since they've come back from that timeout.
They have, but they haven't been able to put any points on the board either, Jim. So Illinois Wesleyan's doing a good job of defense.
Cam Ardella to Hubbard. Hubbard takes it inside.
Nice.
Cam Ardella, wide open John. Cam Ardella.
Seth Hubbard dropping dimes out there to Mike Rogers. Great pass.
How about Hubbard with the assist? Inside, there is Larson. Or Clemens, I'm sorry, Sean Clemens. And Sean Clemens picking up his 4th point of this ballgame. 27-14 now, 8:35 left in the first half. The Titans have done it on both ends of the floor so far this evening. Rogers to Hubbard, now Salagi. Salagi makes his move. Nothing there. Hubbard on the inside, and he traveled. And I think
Called a double dribble, but you know,
double dribble, I'm sorry.
Augustana player hit that out of his hands. I don't quite understand that call. Neither does Coach Bridges over there, I don't think.
Seth Hubbard takes a seat. So does Michael Rogers. Chris Salagi also taking a seat on that bench. So remaining will be Eric Starkey. Coming back in is Luke Caston. Also Osborne and Wente check into the ball game. So Cam Ardella, Wente, Osborne, Caston, and Starkey are the 5 on the floor. 27-14, 8:10 left in the first half. The Vikings with the ball. The baseline shot put up by Talbot. Missed and put back by Rue with an exclamation point. What did you call that, Nice Peoria?
Boomski. That was a great ball recognition there. Get the tip dunk, and John Camardella gets a foul called against him, posting up down low before even Illinois Wesleyan crossed half court.
Well,
and Augustana is in the bonus, so they'll go to the free throw line.
27-16 right now, and the Titans so far with 7:54 really have done a great job in this first half. You'd hate to see the momentum switch to Augustana's. It's really important and imperative really for the Titans to keep the intensity that they've had so far, keep it right up until halftime.
Yeah, when you have the lead and the momentum like this, you know, the worst thing you want to do is give them offensive fouls and send them to the line for free throws. Here we have
Eric Starkey with the drive. I think he draws the foul on number 20, Drew Karstens.
That'd be the 16th foul for Augustana, so the next foul on Augustana, Illinois Wesleyan will be in the bonus.
So Drew Karstens picks up his first foul of the ball game. It will be Titan basketball on the near side. Osborne now to Starkey. Wente moving to the hoop, tries to kiss it off the glass, doesn't go, and Rue is there for the rebound. Boy, Big Adam Rue has checked in so far. It's been a big force for Coach Greg Giovanni and this Augustana Viking team.
Yeah, he's a big boy out there.
Yes,
so,
he is.
I'm sure the coach wants him to rebound and bang the boards.
Talbot making his move in the lane. McCreary on him. Talbot just throws it up. Somebody tipped it in. I think
it was Brad Novak, I believe, tipped that in. And,
yeah, they do give the points to number 34. Brad
that was great
Novak.
defense on Adam Talbot, but they just let him get the offensive rebound for the tip in.
The Titans are right now with the ball. Osborne for 3. Adam Osborne works himself open. More importantly, McCreary spotted him there in the corner, and Osborne just drilled it.
That was good court recognition by Ryan McCreary, and good job by Adam Osborne finding the open spot.
30-18, 6:40 left in the first half. A nice move by Adam Talbot, not there ahead of the pack is Wente. Wente was fouled, and Karsten's going to pick up his second.
Todd does such a great job of getting down the floor once Illinois Wesleyan has the rebound, and he gets a lot of easy hoops that way. It's a good job of Adam Osborne, Eric Starkey to look up the floor and hit it for him.
Yeah, I think it is safe to say so far from what we've seen as Todd Wente gets set to shoot this one. Both Wente and Castens look like they're 100% tonight.
Yeah, it's not easy for us to say if they're 100% or not, but they're out there.
They sure look like it.
Yeah, they're out there giving a good effort, and especially Todd. Todd's doing a great job so far. He probably has about 8 to 10 points and several steals.
Checks back into the ball game, and there you see Todd's numbers. Todd's shot rims in and out. Could not get that one to go. And here come the Vikings quickly up the floor. Number 32, Brian Burnt, into the ball game for Coach Greg Giovanni. And these Vikings, a great crowd on hand here tonight at the Shirk Center. Of course, we expected that, big guy.
Oh yeah, you know, the first home conference game, students are back from Christmas vacation, and people want to see Titan basketball.
Brian Burnt with the shot, he misses it, and the Titans come up with it. Adam Osborne quickly up the floor.
Another
I think
hand
they're going
check.
to get on Adam Rue. Nope,
Mike
actually,
Nee.
yep, they're going to give that one to Nee again.
Third foul on Mike Nee, so that's the, he's definitely going to have to come out of the game. And Coach Giovanni already sent somebody in, number 22, Jim Thomas.
So Mike Nee will take a seat on the bench. As Corey just mentioned, he is now in foul trouble at the line. Adam Osborne, you couldn't have asked for a better guy to be at the line, Corey. Adam's shot is up and in. Adam comes into this one shooting about 84% from the line.
Yeah, there's not too many guys on this Titan team that you don't want at the free throw line. So
you're right. You're right. They had a great coach at Corey Kuhn, showed him how to shoot those free throws. Adam Osborne sinks both of them. 33-18 now for the Titans. The Vikings of Augustana with the basketball. We approach the 5:50 mark in the first half. This has been a very, very quick first half. Very up-tempo ball game on both sides of the floor. More importantly, the Titans, the home team Titans, are ahead. And they have done a great job on defense. There is the shot that is put up by Novak. And
Todd Winty's going to get his third foul.
Yeah, he sure is.
Wesleyan fouls on Todd Winty. That's his third.
And here comes Seth Hubbard. So Hubbard will check into the ball game for Wenty.
We won't see Todd until the second half now, I'm sure, with 5.5 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, because they will definitely need Mr. Wenty in the second half. Of course, Todd Wenty unofficially 7 points. As Novak puts the first one up, so Novak at the line. A big hand for Todd Wenty. Todd Wenty's done a great job. There you see Novak's numbers. He's shooting about 61% from the free throw line. Novak checks into this ball game, averaging about 3 points per contest. And there is Ryan McCreary again with a rebound. Osborne ahead to Caston. Oh, goaltending, no doubt about it, but a great read by Adam Osborne as Caston was really hustling up the floor.
Yeah, you know, Luke and Todd do a great job running up the floor. You know, how many times we've been saying this, and Adam and Starkey and Slaggy, all those guys do a good job looking forward. And you know, easy buckets like that are ones that you definitely have to take, and one that put dagger in Augustana.
You know, I know that sometimes the home crowd will do it to you. I know sometimes a loss will do it to you, but there seems to be an extra skip in the step of the Titans tonight, Corey.
But they know the importance of this game, and they're not about to concede the CCIW yet. And,
no doubt about it.
They're going to definitely be a contender as the season goes on.
There is a shot partially blocked as it was put up by Wills. And the Titans come up with it 35-19. Osborne to Cross. Cross looking down low. Caston. Now Osborne driving baseline. Gets it into Hubbard. A nice little move. Partially blocked from behind. And they are going to give that one to Novak.
A lot of reaching there on that play by Augustana. And finally got called for it.
Well, Augustana seems like they're going to try and get a hand on the ball anytime they possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're gonna accept getting a few fouls here and there, and they're gonna go for the steals and reach and body and do that as much as they can.
There you get a good look at Luke Caston there, Corey, averaging 14 points per ball game. At the line right now, shooting 72%, and Luke sinks that one. You know, free throws, you know as well as anybody else, Corey, but free throws are such an important aspect of this ball game.
Oh yeah, you know, because you think after you get fouled and, on a layup or something, you think, well, you know, that's good. It's just the same as 2 points.
Right.
But you know, if you don't make your free throws, it's not. So you still have to make them.
And sometimes ball games come down to free throws. A kind of a desperation shot put up. The Titans nonetheless come up with it. Osborne, Caston.
Luke kind of intercepted the pass.
Yeah, they found
Ryan
McCreary open. You're right. There is Caston's shot rims
Luke
out, and there is a foul. I think they're going to give it.
Jim Thomas, I believe.
Are they going to give it? Matter is that Novak. Nope.
But any of these
Thomas, you're right, buddy.
any of these Augustana guys do something wrong, Coach Giovanni doesn't hesitate to yell at them, get them over there.
He is colorful, isn't he?
Makes me glad I'm retired.
I know better than that, buddy. That's the biggest lie I've heard you say ever. You would give anything to be back down there on that hardwood. It rims in and out for Ryan McCurry.
All those times I got yelled at, Jim?
Oh, you never got yelled at.
Every now and then, Jim. Come on now.
Every now and then? You're being easy on the coach. He's going to like that when he hears that from you. The Vikings right now down 38-19. The Titans of Illinois Wesleyan playing a great half so far of basketball against their CCIW foe. Of course, Augie is in town, and there is no love lost between these two teams.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that, Jim, but I'm going to accept that as a fact.
Clements with his shot, and Osborne is there for the rebound. Osborne's shot up and in, making 21 points now for the Titans. Quickly up the floor.
Oh, great block by Ryan McCurry, but number 40, Sean Clements gets in there for the rebound.
Sean Clements there for the garbage on the missed shot by Byrne, and here come the Titans. Osborne driving baseline. And again, the Vikings get a hand on it. It's going to remain Titan basketball now. Checking in for Illinois Wesleyan, John Camardella. Also coming in for Greg Giovanni, number 42, Zach Larson. Zach Larson, another one of their big seniors. You know, haven't heard a whole lot about this young man so far in this first half, and that's good.
Yeah, he hasn't done too much. And there's number 24, Adam Talbert, one of the leading scorers.
Fouled big time. The Vikings quickly up the floor. There's the shot put up by Wills, not there. Finally, Osborne brings it in. Hubbard quickly up the floor. Camardella out across, and they will set up this Titan offense, 40-21. Right now, the Titans in the driver's seat here in the first half. 3 minutes left. Osborne, Hubbard, Caston, Camardella as Hubbard drives in the lane, gets it to Caston. Boy, I'll tell you, Caston through traffic was able to get it up with the double team.
You know, that's what Luke has to do. He has to be strong in there. You know, hold on to that ball as tight as he can until he either makes a bucket or a foul's called.
Back to a 21-point lead for these Titans. The shot launched by Wills. Again, Wills misses, and the Titans are there to bring in the loose ball ahead to Hubbard. Loose ball being battled for. And it will remain Titan basketball according to the possession arrow as Mike Rogers gets set to check back into this contest.
You know, for Augustana offensively, you almost sense a little bit of desperation on their part. You know, they're down 21 points, only 2.5 minutes left in the first half, and you know, they probably think that they need to have a little run to get themselves back in the game. So hopefully Illinois Wesleyan continues to extend the lead.
You know, you brought up a great point as Adam had some trouble getting the ball into play, calls a timeout, but you bring up a great point in that when it looks like Augustana is trying to play a little bit desperate, it almost is like Greg Giovanni calls a timeout to try and settle him down just a little bit.
Yeah, you know, and the last thing, Augustana does have a lot of time left. They don't need to really start that desperation yet, coming down and shooting up threes, but, you know, they do have to start worrying about getting good shots on offense and playing good defense. So hopefully Illinois Wesleyan will be able to keep up the intensity and extend this lead that they have right now, 42-21.
Basketball fans, do you like CCIW action on ICN 10? Well, I'll tell you what, it would not be possible without our sponsors. We cannot thank A.G. Edwards enough. Our good friend Steve Rainey over there at A.G. Edwards, you know, he's kind of a Titan fan.
Oh, yeah. Who isn't?
We cannot thank A.G. Edwards enough for bringing you college basketball. Of course, A.G. Edwards, one of your sponsors for college basketball on ICN Sports. The Titans get it into play. Mike Rogers. Now Osborne. Camardella loses the ball. As a matter of fact, Adam Talbot. I'll tell you what, though, let's check in with Craig Fada down on the floor. Craig, what do you have for us, buddy?
Guys, during that last timeout, coaches for Illinois Wesleyan were huddled around their players. I couldn't really hear what was going on. Then I looked at Coach Dennis Martell, and he looked at me, and he just told him, don't be sloppy. Back up to you.
It's kind of strange. Great job, Craig Fada. Corey, we were just talking about that, weren't we?
Oh, yeah. You know, the worst thing Illinois West can do is start, you know, throwing the ball away and taking bad shots. If they just play smart ball, they're going to win this ball game. That is
Going to
not
say
the
out
correct call
on
there.
Adam Osborne. And the crowd here at the Shirt Center does not like it. And you know the thing about it, these refs are right down with the crowd, so they get an earful when they don't make the right call.
There's not too many people here are going to hesitate giving them their piece of their mind there.
Shot and the foul for Clements, so Clements gets the bucket and will head to the line. You know, so far, the Titans in this first half have really had the Vikings number. You want to see that momentum go into the locker room and see it carry over into the second half as Clements gets that one to fall.
Yeah, there's only 2 minutes left in this half. You know, Illinois Wesleyan needs to hold on to this lead and not let Augustana have a quick little run to have that momentum going into the locker room.
Again, that full court pressure causing some problems for the Titans. They have to get it across the timeline. Cam Ardella running out of time.
Coach
Very,
Bridges.
very smart move. Coach, I think, had to call that one.
Yeah, Coach Bridges thought they were going to have a little trouble getting it across half court and called the timeout.
And they were, you know, and so far the Vikings tonight have shown that full court pressure. At times, the Titans haven't been bothered by it. At other times, it is really stymied them.
Yeah, it's interesting, Jim. Coach Giovanni was yelling at the referee saying that was 11 seconds, and you look at the shot clock, 24 seconds on the shot clock. So the officials missed that one, but we'll take it.
We'll definitely take it. 24-42, the Vikings are down to our beloved Titans. Right now, CCIW action. As we mentioned, a big thank you to A.G. Edwards. Also a big thank you to Ron Smith Printing, ES Personal Storage, and Kurt's Auto Body, sponsors for college basketball 2001. And there you see the ICN Sports scoreboard. The Titans actually are ahead 42-22. The Titans have been ahead probably since about the 17-minute mark in this one.
Yeah, Augustana jumped out to an early lead, but it didn't last too long.
It sure didn't. Right now, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. McCreary launches it. And for the rebound, Sean Clements for Augustana. And here come the Vikings, 1:14 right now left in the first half. Inside they go to big Zach Larson. Larson couldn't get that one to go. McCreary there for the rebound, and here come the Titans again.
You're going to slow it up with a minute left in the first half, try to work the offense, get a good shot.
You know, you want to talk about working the offense. They have done a great job, been very patient, been very selective on offense, the Titans have so far in this first half.
They have.
Osborne, McCreary, Hubbard, Rogers, and Cross on the floor right now for IWU. McCreary thought about getting it inside to Hubbard. He is being played, but was mauled by Zach Larson. And a big hard foul, more out of frustration, I think, than anything else by Adam Osborne. So Adam Osborne going to pick up the foul.
Well, he didn't want to give him an easy layup. That's a smart foul by Adam Osborne. I thought the might have got hacked there on the other end, Seth Hubbard.
Boy, this is an interesting call. You've got Todd Wente right now with 3 fouls. I know that there's only 34 seconds left, but nonetheless, why take the risk of putting a Todd Wente in there when you're really in command of this ball game?
Well, Coach Bridges is putting him in there right now to get a good last shot. Todd's a great offensive player, and I'm sure he told Todd, don't get your 4th foul, whatever you do out there.
Todd Wente checks in. Mike Rogers sits down. As I mentioned, 34 seconds left on the clock. At the line right now, number 22, Jim Thomas. Thomas shooting 40% from the line, so not a great free throw shooter.
That's not real good for a point guard.
Boy, you're hard on those guards when they can't shoot from the line.
If you're a point guard and you're shooting 40% from the free throw line, you got problems.
You're right. Again, the pressure comes from the Vikings, but the Titans handle it. 42-26. Osborne, the shot clock is off. So it looks like the Titans will hold for the last shot of the half. The crowd here at the Shirt Center loves what they have seen so far. Todd Wente, there it is from the baseline, goes in. Nice. Todd Wente, boy, you called it. They wanted to get Todd Wente in the offense, and they sure did.
And they go into the locker room with a 44-26 lead. Illinois Wesleyan, a great half of basketball.
Oh, fantastic half. Well, Corey Kuhn wanted a blowout. So far, Corey Kuhn has one in the first half. We are going to step away for a quick break. 44-26. We will be back right after this.
keep up the pressure defensively. We need to keep Drew Carsons from getting hot, their leading scorer, averaging 16 points a game. And also the same thing I just said, we got to take care of the ball.
As you mentioned, Karstens shut out in the first half. Craig Fada came up here to look at the halftime stats and said, what did Karstens have? 3? And I said, nobody. He didn't have any, and Fada could not believe that. All right, here we go. Second half action, 44-26 in favor of the Titans. Augustana opens up the second half with the basketball. As Corey mentioned, sure that they heard an earful in the locker room. The first shot put up, and a questionable call in the lane. Nonetheless, it will go against the Titans. And Kasten's going to pick up his second foul of this ball game. Of course, don't forget Todd Wente already with 3 fouls, Corey.
Yeah, and he's starting here in the second half, so Coach Bridges must not be too worried about it. He figures, you know, hey, if he fouls out, he fouls out. We'll go someone else.
Now it looks like they're going to call number 40, Sean Clements. Sean Clements picking up his second foul. Coach Craig Giovanni not liking that one there. You get a good look at Coach Bridges and Coach Martell. They're on the Titans sideline. Now IWU with the basketball. McCreary, Cross, Wente, Osborne, and Kasten, the 5 on the floor. As a nice little turnaround jumper by Luke Kasten, up and in.
Good turnaround. He had a nice arch on that ball, put it right up over number 40, Sean Clements.
Augustana now with the ball, down by 20. Luke Kasten in the first half.
There's
7 points.
Drew Carson's first bucket of the game. Had a nice little take to the basket. Pretty good defense by Laban Cross, really.
Hopefully the last bucket of the game. As you mentioned, Corey, that young man averaging 16 points a ball game, shut out in the first half. You do not want to see him get hot. Ryan McCreary to Kasten. Kasten, great ball movement by the Titans. A jumper off the glass by McCreary. Kasten's there for the garbage and is fouled by Zach Larson. So Larson sends Luke Kasten to the line.
That was a good job of Laban Cross keeping that ball alive, and Laban Cross was able to pick it up, and now he heads the line for 2 free throws.
Luke Kasten at the line so far has been perfect. Gets that one to go. 47-28 now. Kasten's second shot. Open in. He gets it to go. Man, he makes it look so easy. Just like another great free throw shooter that used to be here at Illinois Wesleyan.
Oh, Jim.
Can't remember his name, though. Wente comes up with the steal. Todd Wente defensively loses it off of his foot. And that might be because number 23, Mike Nee, crossed over in front of him, kind of broke up his concentration a little bit.
Gets his hands on another ball there. You know, Todd Wente really does.
Boy, Todd
Look at his
Wente,
quick hands.
You betcha. He is pesky on defense.
And
traveling. Give that one to Laban Cross, doing a great job of staying on Drew Karstens. You know, Karstens is a freshman. Yes, he is averaging 16 points per ball game. But don't forget, this is the first time he's got a chance to play in the Shirk Center as Todd Wente finds Kasten underneath.
It's got to be an eye opener, you know, if you're a freshman coming in the first time in the Shirk Center and seeing this great crowd, over 2,000 people, I believe, tonight, and hopefully we'll keep him at that 2 points.
Well, also in hearing from his teammates what a big rivalry this Augustana and Illinois Wesleyan matchup is. Kasten inside, Luke Kasten from Todd Wente. Boy, he'll assist, he'll rebound, he'll shoot. Todd Wente does it all.
Luke did a great job of sealing off his man on the reverse, and Todd Wente did a great job of finding him. There's number 23 with a nice pull-up jump shot, Mike Nee.
Mike Nee now with
down
only
the
his
court
5th point.
to Todd Wente for an easy layup.
Todd Wente, and he did that a number of times in the first half, Corey, where he was beating everybody down the floor. There was a shot again put up by Nee. Not there.
Luke Kasten pulls away at the rebound, and you know, Coach Bill Harris of Wheaton, who we play Saturdays here tonight, and I guarantee what he's going to tell his guys is we got to get back on defense because they're going to push it up the floor and get easy buckets on us.
Adam Rue, number 52, checking back into the ball game. Also Novak. Novak, number 34. Rue came into this ball game in the first half and was a big presence for this Augustana team. Osborne right now with the ball. Knee on him defensively. Osborne looking down low, gets it into McCreary's hands as the Titans run their offense. Now Osborne
5 seconds on the shot clock.
Under 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Osborne launches it.
That would have been an amazing shot, Jim.
Oh, I don't know about that. It wouldn't look like that it went off Novak's hand. Boy, the fans. What a great crowd here tonight at the Shirk Center. There's the ICN scoreboard. There you see it. The Titans up by 22, but right now Augustana with the basketball. Inside there is Rue. Nowhere to go with Castens on him. The shot put up by Karstens. It misses, but Novak comes up with it. There is Talbot. Adam Talbot, number 24, with McCreary on him defensively. They kick it back up top to Novak. They're looking down low for Rue. And Karstens does lose it.
Karstens is flustered, and Laban Cross is doing a great job defensively. You can tell that he's trying to, get going on offensively, but he really can't do it.
Well, Cross doing a great job of keeping a hand in his face on those shots, keeping a body on him when he does get the ball. You're right, Cross doing a great job. Down low, Caston with a nice little turnaround jumper. Couldn't get that one to go. Rue is there for the rebound. Now checking into the ball game will be number 32, Brian Burnt.
On that last play, Luke Caston probably should have passed it back out, repositioned, got the ball back, and gone out for another shot.
Brian Barrett, number 32, checking into the ball game. Augustana still down by 22, 52-30. Approaching the 16-minute mark, and Adam Osborne there to cause some problems.
Way to fall back there and help in on Adam Osborne there.
There you get a good look at Coach Bridges, Mike Rogers sitting next to him on that Titan bench. Defensively, the Titans so far have just had the clamps down on these Vikings from Augustana. Rue at the free throw line, nowhere to go again, across on Karstens. Castens will make you alter that shot, that is for sure. And there is Barrett there for the rebound. Brian Barrett. Barrett with his first 2 points of the ball game. Now John Camardella checking in for Ryan McCreary. A big hand for Ryan McCreary, number 20, doing a great job for Coach Denny Bridges and this Titan team. Again, the full court pressure put on by Augustana.
Good job of breaking it by Illinois Wesleyan.
With no problem inside, Todd Winty. Osborne saw him all the way, and Todd Winty is there.
I tell you can see that the passing lane from up here, but it wasn't a very big one, and Adam Osborne pinpointed it through there.
54-32. There is the shot put up by Mike Nee. Unofficially 7 points for Mike Nee. Osborne inside to Caston. Gets it to Camardella. Nice little fake by Camardella. Osborne for three. Doesn't get it to go. Camardella chases down the loose ball. Great job.
Titans are going to reset it and run their offense and get another shot at it.
15 seconds left on the shot clock. Caston's underneath. Osborne drives the lane, finds Laban Cross on the far side. Cross couldn't get that one to fall, and Rue is there for the rebound.
That was good penetration and finding Laban Cross there by Adam Osborne.
Boy, coast to coast. Mike Nee goes all the way, and Mike Nee has stepped up so far in this second half. Only 3 points in the first half, and has been the offense for Coach Gray Giovanni. It is going to be a timeout with 14:38 left, 54-37.
You got a 30-second timeout there by Coach Bridges. Illinois Wesleyan leading 54-37. Kind of want to take this time right now to salute the IWU basketball cheerleaders who actually have qualified for the College Cheerleading National Championship to be held April 4th through 8th in Daytona, Florida. Members are Kim Cruz, Jennifer Waite, Naomi Cato Stamper, Megan Leach, Laura McElvain, Leslie Minnick, Sarah Polland, Christina Iyer, Carrie Wise, Breanne Young, Ashley Coleman, Sheena Selvey, and Jenny Carnahan. And also we want to thank our sponsors, A.G. Edwards.
You're a good man.
You want a place to put your money? What better place besides giving it to me?
I'll tell you what, it's not often we get to cheer for the cheerleaders. You did a great job on that one, buddy.
Thank you, Jim. You know, I'm good with the ladies. Maybe not.
I'll tell you what, I'm afraid that we have created a broadcast monster. No, Corey did a great job, and of course, those cheerleaders, you know the integral part that they play here in the sports program, and it's great to see them getting some national recognition there. You get a good look
Sure.
at the cheerleaders, and
you know, they work hard. They're out here 8, 9 o'clock at night practicing and getting ready for these games to help the Titan fans cheer on the Titans.
well, we want to wish them luck in April as they head to the national competition. So IWU cheerleaders go home and or go there and bring home the gold for these Titans. 54-37 right now, 14:38 left in this ball game. And there seems to be a little bit of a question out on the court right now. Coach Danny Bridges conferring with one of the referees.
Well, he wanted to make sure that Augustana actually didn't make that last shot because Weston got called for moving on the inbounds pass. So.
That's all right. They were going to call Seth Hubbard for that foul, but that was good defense by Seth Hubbard on the inbound play. Going to the hoop was Sean Clements, and Hubbard kind of read Clements' eyes. Nonetheless, Sean will head to the line and shoot two. Clements comes into this ball game right now shooting about 63% from the line. And Clements shot up and in.
Clements was the leading scorer for Augustana in the first half with 10 points. Actually, the next leading scorer only had 5 points.
I'll tell you what, the Titans really did the job on them in the first half defensively, and we hope to see much of the same here in the second half. Now only 54-39, and that full court pressure being applied by the Vikings. Titans break it with no problem. Hubbard to Salagi from three-point line. Chris Salagi.
Good job of breaking the press, and a good job of Seth Hubbard looking out for Chris Salagi with the open three-pointer.
Chris Salagi with the open shot drains the three, 57-39. Now the Vikings with the ball. And
great
had to
block
break
by-
it up. Good defense by the Titans. Here come IWU all the way. Starkey in. No foul called on that one.
Apparently not.
Boy, apparently not. Inside, and there is Clements, and Clements seems to have their hot hand right now. They need to get a body and a hand on that young man. 57-41. The Titans with the basketball. Hubbard, Wente, Salagi, Starkey, and Cam Ardella, as there is a foul on the floor right now. I think they're going to charge that one
Jim Thomas.
to Thomas again.
Pushing through that screen.
And the team's third at the half. Adam Talbot returns.
Talbot checks back into the ball game. There you get a good look at Jim Thomas, who just picked up the foul for Augustana. Salagi will put it into play for IWU. 13:45 left in the ball game. Inside, Hubbard in the lane, met with a double team. Gets it to Cam Ardella. The Titans turn it over. And here comes Augustana. There is Novak. Now gets the ball in Talbot's hands. Talbot now to Thomas. Good ball movement by the Vikings. 15 seconds now left on the shot clock. The Vikings turn the ball over. Starkey to Winnie. Winnie off the glass.
Great finish by
Winnie. I'll tell you what, everything is going right tonight for Todd Winnie.
Todd Wente had a great catch there, and it was a great finish too. And Coach Giovanni wants to talk it over with his boys before this game gets out of control for them.
There you see the ICN Sports scoreboard, 59-41. You know, you're watching the Vikings slowly and methodically trying to get back into this ball game. Now with 13:05 left on the clock for the game, Corey. What's Coach Bridges over there telling the Titans in that huddle?
You know, he's telling the same thing he said at halftime. We have to keep working on defense and take care of the ball. Augustana is not going to stop pressing this whole game. They're going to press full court the entire game. And as long as Illinois Wesleyan just plays smart and is patient with the ball, they're going to break the press and get easy hoops like they've been doing all night.
13:05 left in this one, 59-41. It is CCIW action here on ICN 10. Jim Ahart, Corey Kuhn, Craig Fada, and Marcy Hogan. A whole